Okay, so welcome. We're going to start this class lying down on our backs. This is actually a live class, so I'm going to be talking to the camera and to you lovely lot. And we're going to start lying down on our backs in Shavasana. So you can come to lie down in Shavasana or any other shape that feels comfortable for you. And just allow yourself to settle and relax. So taking a few deep, steady breaths in through the nose and out through the nose or out through the mouth. Letting go of any tension you may be feeling and just coming into this moment. Focusing on the inflow and outflow of breath. Noticing any sounds you can hear around you. So this is a summer solstice practice. So we're going to focus on the summer solstice, what it entails. I love to work with the solar plexus chakra at this time. So this is our third chakra, just above the navel and below the sternum. It's called the Manipura chakra in Sanskrit. And it's connected to the fire element, sometimes depicted with a golden yellow flame or a 10-petaled lotus flower. So we're going to be having a fairly dynamic practice, really accessing our core strength and really igniting our own inner fire. So feeling a sense of gratitude for the sun. This is a time of year where we feel energetic, and really we should be able to, with our practice, harness this energy to ignite our inner fire. Feel a sense of drive and confidence in our personal lives. So when we work with our core, we feel mentally stronger as well as physically stronger, able to really shine, to light up in all our different ways and roles. So this can be seen as a celebration, this practice, feeling gratitude for the sun, gratitude for what we've learned in the last 6 months. Perhaps looking back at anything you feel particular gratitude for. What shifted and moved in your own life. Perhaps it's a physical illness. Perhaps it's a relationship. And perhaps you might also rest on anything else that needs to shift, to change, and again, harness the energy of the sun and the energy you'll create in our practice today. So engaging your Ujjayi or oceanic breath, slight constriction on the back of the throat on the inhale and the exhale, and as if you're trying to fog up a mirror. So this is not a forceful breath, you should feel relaxed, but it's an intentional breath. So just remembering throughout your practice to link the breath with the movement, so we can create this moving meditation. We're also going to be doing a pranayama exercise, a breathing exercise called Brahmari or buzzing, bee breath. This is a wonderful exercise that really helps to withdraw the senses. That idea or key principle in yoga of pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. So we'll practice that, and hopefully, even though we'll be working hard in this practice, so really honor where your body's at and don't overdo it. We've got all different ages in this physical live class, and it will be the same online. So please honor where you're at in your body, and really there's no point in overstretching or overdoing it. It doesn't create anything except pain. So please just enjoy the flow and find your balance between effort and ease in our flow. So we're going to get straight into a little bit of core work. So I want to start just with a stretch out. So you can stretch the arms above the head, stretch through the fingers and through the toes, and then just melt everything back down into the mat. A big inhale here. Out through the mouth, letting go. Inhale and exhale. Good. So as we move through our practice, just stay connected to the breath. When you're ready, we're going to walk the feet back in towards the body. And I want you just to bring the hands onto your abdomen, onto the core, and lift the knees so the knees are over the hips. And can you draw your belly in towards the spine? So navel to spine, so you're connecting the lower back to the mat as much as possible. Don't worry if there's a slight gap. It's just the intention, the effort in the body. And then from here, see if you can just relax the arms out to the sides. So you're cactusing the arms to the sides. So the shoulders are relaxed. And when you're ready, we're going to start to get into the core. So inhale to stay here. And exhale, extend and hover through the right leg. Inhale back, exhale left. Inhale back, and exhale right. Inhale, and exhale. Keep going in your own breath rhythm, and see if you can, again, draw the navel into the spine, plant the lower back onto the mat. And the more you slow it down, the more you'll probably find that you're working the core a little bit deeper. Keep the face relaxed. And coming back up to center, we're going to bring the hands behind the head now. So if you've got any neck issues or stiff neck, just be super careful and mindful. And if this causes any discomfort in the neck, you can come back to the first exercise we did. When you're ready, let's inhale, squeeze and lift head and neck and shoulders up. And exhale, twist to the right and hover the left leg. Inhale, squeeze and lift back to center. And exhale, twist left, hover right. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, left. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale. And exhale, left. Inhale, center. And exhale, release back down. You can lift the feet up now. Maybe circle through the feet and ankles. And then again, see if you can connect the lower back to the mat. And we're just going to scissor the legs here. So inhale. Exhale, right leg hovers. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift the leg up. We're going to breathe here as we squeeze and lift everything up. Head, neck, shoulders. Try and touch the feet. Breathe here. And release, relax everything down. You can take another really big indulgent stretch here, maybe lifting the small of the back and stretching the core muscles. Good. And then again, relax everything down. And again, let's take 2 cleansing breaths, getting rid of any stuck or stagnant energy. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And let go. Well done. Okay, so from here, walking the feet back in, we're going to tee out the arms and make the palms so they face up, and then let the knees fall to the right, looking over the left shoulder. And you can totally close the eyes down. Just focus on trying to get that left shoulder closer to the ground if it's not quite touching. Letting it drop down. Relax the face. And a few deep, steady breaths here. So as we come to stand, we're going to do some sun salutations. We're going to do classical sun salutations. And sun salutations, as well as being really good for fitness, are really wonderful for just becoming really present, finding that sense of moving meditation. And perhaps you can also think of creating that inner fire and literally burning away anything that you want to let go of from the last 6 months. So you can imagine creating your own heat, fire, energy and resilience, tapping into your power and then really creating a fire to let go and burn anything that you can just let go of now. It'll be different things for everyone. So you can harness your energy and potential for the next 6 months, all the way to the winter solstice. When you're ready, use your core to lift back up, and recentering the hips, and then just finding your twists the other way. Right shoulder drops. See if you can breathe just a little bit deeper while keeping the face relaxed. And when you're ready, use your core to come back up to center, making your way back. And you can roll to one side to come up, or you can bring the hands behind the knees and rock a few times to come up. We're going to come up into boat pose. Maybe you can roll up into boat pose. So roll the shoulders back. Feel a string, lovely Liz, lifting you up. Good. Feeling that sense of strength and inner resilience. Beautiful, Doug. Keep breathing here. Stay relaxing the shoulder and head. And when you're ready, releasing. And you can hug everything in, just folding everything in here. Good. So from here, maybe taking a sip of water, just making any adjustments you need to. And then you can come into all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And you can just take some circles here, so figures of 8s. So you may be feeling stiff. We're on a retreat in Spain, and we had a very long time in a coach yesterday, visiting the Alhambra. So yeah, just take time to warm up. Stretching through the lower back, the shoulders, the side body, moving with intuition. When you're ready, coming to center, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward for cow. And exhale, round, contract, puff up between the shoulders, hug the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale to shine the heart forward. Exhale to round. Inhale forward. And exhale to round, contract. Good. From here, you can come onto the forearms. And we're going to bring the knees a little bit closer together and just reach the right leg back and bring it behind you. And you can look through at that foot. And I want you just to shake the head out to make sure you're relaxing and not straining. Good. And then as we come forward with the right foot, we're going to bring that right foot towards the right elbow. So we're going to shift forward onto hands rather than forearms. And this is a really strong core focused exercise. So when you're ready, you'll get the hang of this. Let's inhale and exhale onto hands, right knee towards right elbow. Inhale back, exhale forward, inhale back, exhale forward, inhale back, exhale forward, inhale back, exhale forward. This time staying here, bringing that foot onto the mat, and let's get into the hips with your lizard pose. So I really like to take a lizard pose where I move the hips. You can find some movement here, any way that feels good. Rocking side to side or forward and back, perhaps coming onto the outer edge of that right foot. And then when you're ready, just stepping back, bringing the knees a little bit closer together, and you can drop the arms down again and just bring the left foot back, bring it down outside towards the right. Again, just peek through at the toes. You can always adjust your position. Again, we're going to inhale and exhale, left knee to left elbow. So shifting the weight right forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Good. When you're ready, coming into that lizard shape. Finding the repertoire of movement that supports your body and your lifestyle. Loosening up the hips, getting into the psoas, letting go of any emotional tension or baggage that we hold in the psoas. And when you're ready, stepping back into your table and making your way into your downward dog. So let's paddle out the legs, bending and straightening the legs. Maybe finding a little bit of stillness in your downward dog and focusing on getting the hips a little higher. Melting the chest towards the thighs, spreading the weight evenly across the hands are spread wide. And then when you're ready, let's bend the knees, look forward, and just make our way up. We're going to find a ragdoll pose. So you can bring the feet wide, perhaps wider than hip width even, and find your elbows or just hands onto the ground or blocks. Just find a little rock and sway here, a little stillness. And when you're ready, bringing the hands down. Let's heel toe the feet in so they're hip width all together. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale. Inhale, exhale past the heart. And I want you for a moment to either keep the hands in prayer, bring the hands perhaps onto the upper chest, and just ground through the feet. And I want you just to think about what you'd like to create in your life over the next 6 months. Where would you like to invest your energy and intention? Could be more than one thing, or something might jump to mind that you want to really prioritize. Finding an intention, or maybe just a word that sums up how you want to feel or how you want to be in the world. What energy do you want to manifest? Good. And just dropping this intention into the fertile soil of universal consciousness, letting it go now. Letting go of any particular need to attach to it or results, just working in that direction. Keep putting your energy there, your focus, your love. And then when you're ready, you can blink open the eyes again. We'll come into our Tadasana with the arms beside you, palms facing up, shoulders sliding down the back, chin is lightly tucked. Engage through the legs, the glutes. See if you can grow even a little taller. So we're going to do a few flows of classical sun salutations. If it's too many for you, you can just take a rest in child's pose at any time. I'll guide you through them with the breath. So when you're ready, let's inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward sun salute. And exhale to bow forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, let's step back right foot, drop the right knee down. Inhale here. And exhale into plank. Inhale to stay. And exhale to slightly shift forward and lower. Inhale, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. And exhale, make your way back to downward dog through table or plank. Downward dog, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale, right leg steps forward, drop the left knee down. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. And inhale, arms rise. Exhale, point the heart. Second side, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, moving to downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, left leg forward. Drop right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Good. So that was one round. First round of sun salutations. Just make sure that when you're in your low lunge, the foot isn't flexed until we're actually transitioning to move forward with the leg or back with the leg. So front of the foot is flat on the ground when you're in your low lunge. Good. So when you're ready, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale, shift forward slightly lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, right leg forward. Drop the left knee. Inhale. Exhale. Half lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left leg back. Drop left knee. Inhale. Foot flat. Exhale, plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, left leg forward. Drop the right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Third round, inhale. Hold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Second side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. New round. Inhale. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last round. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left leg back. Left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale. And exhale, right leg. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. To the heart. Find your mountain pose, hand position of choice, maybe on the upper chest, connecting to your breath and feeling your heartbeat here, really pumping the fresh oxygenated blood around your body, fresh prana, cosmic energy coming in. Can you feel all that heat and energy that you've created? Just deepen and lengthen the breath now, encouraging the heartbeat to settle down again. Enjoying the sense of complete aliveness, feeling your own strength and inner power and resilience. Can you feel the heart slowing down now in response to the calm breath? And now releasing the arms by the sides if they weren't there already. Just blinking open the eyes again. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we're going to bring the feet out wider and find a yogi squat. Perhaps bringing the hands to the heart. If yogi squat, malasana is too much for your hips, just stay a little higher up. Maybe you can bring the hands onto the knees and get into the hips like this, or hands onto the thighs, and just find a position that works. So keep a little bit of a lift through the pelvic floor, the Muladhara chakra, lifting up through the crown of the head here. Feel your connection to the earth. And feel the energy of the summer solstice. Feel the heat, the sense of fullness. When you're ready, you can just bring the seat down. And from here, just coming into a cross-legged seated position, if that's comfortable for you. I'm going to show you Brahmari breath, so some of you will have done it before. Brahmari or humming bee breath. So this is an ancient pranayama technique, breathing technique, that really is designed even more than other breathing techniques to still and quiet the mind down. So that concept of pratyahara, withdrawal of senses, and dana, deep meditation, concentration. So all going together, the idea of meditation, concentration, control of the breath. So there is a mudra associated with this breathing technique called Shanukti mudra. So it's sort of symbolic of closing the senses down. If it doesn't make sense for you, it's really the least important part of it, because you can just close your eyes down just as easily. So what we do is bring, which way round is it? I'm just trying to remember. So you're just closing down. But let's forget about the mudra, because I can't remember the original way you're supposed to have the hands. But the main thing is to keep the eyes closed, but we bring the thumbs into the ears and we close the ears ultimately. Obviously not quite yet, because I'm still explaining it. Here, this is the mudra. So you have the first finger, the index finger just above the eyes, and you have the middle finger just on the bridge of the nose, and then you have the ring fingers just above the mouth, and the small finger just below the lower lip. So if you like mudras and you want to work with it, you can take this. Otherwise, if it feels too constrictive, you can just focus on the thumbs in the ear. So when you're ready, we're going to take 3 breaths, and I'm going to show you one. So we're going to inhale. Okay, and it can go on a long time maybe. So once upon a time I was teaching a class and somebody kept going because he had his thumbs in the ear and he kept going for a very long time. We're just going to do 3. 3 already a very powerful effect. So when you're ready, we can, this is a perfect place to start, don't worry Joe. So just finding the mudra, so just bringing the hands into place. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the thumbs into the ears. Inhale. Inhale. So it's quite fun. laughing yoga, right? Thanks, Liz. I thought that was brilliant. So hopefully everyone online enjoyed that too. When you're ready, you can come down. And walk your way back up. I should have probably said on this video, so this is for the benefit of those online, that we're in the middle of a yoga retreat. Actually, we're kind of towards the second half of it, so everyone's feeling pretty amazing and relaxed, and yeah, this is this is really where we're at. Good. So from here, we're going to come back onto hands and knees. So just making your way up into hands and knees. And again, you can maybe take a few cat-cows here. Just finding your own breath rhythm. Okay, so just taking some movements and shapes. Making your way back in to downward dog. So coming into downward dog, again maybe paddling up there. And finding alignment of stillness here. And again, just a big inhale, and let it out. Inhale, and let go. When you're ready, bending your knees. Making your way to the top of the mat, stepping or maybe trying a little hop, half lift, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, palms to the heart. Good. So inhale here into chair. Exhale, sink the hips down. So engage the lower belly. And see if you can feel the spine lengthening out even a little bit more as you engage the lower belly. Nearly all the weight's in the heels. Good, Liz. Yes, you can always check by lifting up the toes here. When you're ready, inhale to lift up. Little back, come back. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. And exhale, let's step the right foot back. And come up into your high crescent lunge. Bringing both arms up here. So both hips pointing forward, engaging through that back leg. Maybe a micro bend in the back leg. You can always drop the back knee down. Good, finding that symmetry in your body. Inhale here. And exhale, let's twist open to the left. So really stretching and reaching. Good. See if you can draw the left hip slightly back. And keep the other knee straight as possible, the other leg. When you're ready from here, let's inhale and exhale, exalted lunge, so left hand down the back leg, reaching right arm up and over. Breathe here. Inhale, make your way back to center. And exhale, bringing the right hand down and the left hand up, maybe drawing the right foot back an inch or two to find your high lunge here. Shoulder over shoulder alignment, reaching up, drawing the left hip back. Good. See if you can reach the fingers even a little higher, make them more dynamic. And then from here, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. See if you can heel toe the left foot back. Find your horizon lunge, just like I'm showing here. And then maybe into plank, bringing the left foot to stagger or stack. You can also drop the right knee down here and find your adjusted version. Keep breathing here. One more inhale and exhale into your plank pose. Inhale, let's shift the weight forward and exhale to lower all or halfway down here. Cobra or upward dog. Making your way back to downward dog. Big inhale and travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, sink the bottom down, engage the lower belly. Bringing maybe the hands to the heart this time, dropping the shoulders down. Inhale, and exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen out, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Making your way up into your high crescent lunge. Breathe here. Powering up through the back foot. Inhale, and exhale, open to the right. Inhale here, and exhale your exalted lunge, stretching open, dropping the right shoulder down, just looking over the right shoulder at the ground. Inhale, make your way back to center with control, awareness of the core. And exhale into your twist, reaching up. So if you can reach a little higher, draw the shoulders away from each other. Bottom shoulder drops down, top shoulder lifts up. And then again, roll onto the outer edge of that left foot or drop the left knee down here for your adjusted side plank. One more inhale. Exhale, let's release down into plank. Inhale to shift the weight forward. And exhale to lower down onto the belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra, maybe a little higher, lifting up and finding a little bit of a deeper back bend here if that feels appropriate for you. And then lowering down. Inhale, press up to table. And exhale, child's pose with the knees wide and the arms out in front, or perhaps the knees together and the arms behind you. Just taking a few steady breaths here. And then when you're ready, walking the hands back in. And you can come into a high kneel. So into a high kneel pose. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the right arm underneath the left arm. Maybe hands onto the shoulders, getting into the shoulders like this. Or maybe into reverse prayer, getting into the shoulders like this. Find a range of movement that feels really good for you. Opening up through the shoulder blades. Good, and release, unwind, inhale, reach up. And exhale, sweep the left arm under. Good, coming into your version of eagle, really adapted version of eagle here, but a really great way to just open up really tight shoulders and fun to get some movement in. Feeling a little bit of joy. I feel like we really tapped into that joy, that energy of joy that's so much easier to feel at this time of year. And release. Let's open up the arms again. Cactus, open the arms. Squeeze the hips forward. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, palms through heart center. Good. Again, getting into the shoulders, a little camel flow variation. So you can either bring one hand onto the lower back here and just inhale, reach one arm up, squeezing the hips forward just like this. If that feels good for you, going with that one. If you want a little bit of a deeper movement, you can flex into the feet. So most of us tend to get a little bit collapsed arches as we age. So getting a nice stretch through the plantar fascia of the feet. Bring the right hand onto the right foot. So here's the other option. From here, let's inhale, sweep the left arm up, lift up the hips. And exhale to release, coming back through center. Left hand on left heel, inhale. And exhale to release. Keep going, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. If you want to also take your Ustrasana, full camel, you can go there. So again, we start with the flexed feet. Bring the hands onto the lower back and roll the shoulders back. And see if you can bring one hand and two hands, opening up. And sometimes this pose can feel amazing, opening up through the heart center, through the chest. Keep squeezing the hips forward. And then to come out, just tuck the chin gently in and bring the hands onto the lower back. And I always like to come forward and either find rabbit pose or a little mini child's pose with the knees together. I'll just show you rabbit. So knees down, flexed feet, head comes down, hands onto the heels. And then see if you can get the head down. There's a weight that comes into the head a little bit more. If the hands don't come onto the heels, you can just bring the hands onto the ground, palms up. What we're trying to do is just lengthen the lower back here. So draw the belly into the spine to lengthen out. And release, good. Rolling back up. From here, we're going to come into a forearm plank. So you can bring the forearms down in an 11 shape. And we're going to just come into a forearm plank. You can walk the knees back and keep the knees down for your forearm plank, still focusing on drawing the navel to the spine. Or you can come up into your full forearm plank. So draw the crown of the head forward, press into the feet. And then we're going to do a forearm plank dolphin flow. So keep the arms and hands and feet where they are. Inhale, just lift up the hips. Exhale, back to forearm plank. Inhale to lift the hips. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale back to your forearm plank. Keep breathing here, keep lifting the belly button to the spine. So all the energy, the work is in the core. So you're really not using the lower back. The lower back should feel fine because all the energy, the strength is in your core. And release. Knees, belly down, well done. You can bring the forehead down to the mat as well. Arms out to the side and just bring the knees a little wider and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Good, and coming back. So another wonderful pose for really working with the solar plexus chakra is your locust pose. So you can bring the forehead down to the ground and bring the arms back. Maybe you're going to come up with the palms facing down and you're not going to interlink the hands behind you. Or maybe here you will interlink the hands, drawing the shoulders back away from the ears. When you're ready, let's peel and lift up. Trying to squeeze and lift the legs up as well. Good, Zoe, really nice. Keep drawing the shoulders back. And just stay with your steady breath. And release back down to the ground. Inhale, let's press up into table. And exhale into puppy pose. So hips over knees, walk the hands forward and bring the forehead down to the ground. Taking all the pressure off the pelvis. So this pose in Sanskrit is Anahatasana, melting heart pose. So literally melting the heart down to the ground. You can perhaps see it as an offering to the universe. Your whole practice could be an offering giving thanks for all the abundance in your own lives. And from here, let's make our way back up. You can make your way into downward dog. And just stretch out the legs. And when you're ready, making your way up to the top of the mat, however you want to move. Halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale. Good. So we're going to take Warrior Free in a moment. So if you know you'd like a brick with Warrior Free, just finding a brick at the ready. We'll soon hit half moon, so maybe just find a brick, just in case if you're at home and practicing, you can find a water bottle or something else sturdy that you can rest on. So let's bring the weight, first of all, into the left foot, and just make your way into your tree pose. Right foot anywhere on the left leg, just not the knee, or it can even be on the knee as long as you're not pressing into the knee. And draw the right knee open. If you wobble out, just make your way back in. Yeah, maybe grow your arms up. Feel that sense of support from the earth. Where else do you get your support from? So your own inner support, all the practices and structures you have to help you stay stable and shining brightly in a crazy fast world. The support of each other, the connections we make. That sense of deep solidarity and support to each other. When you're ready, coming back to center. You can always just shake up the legs here because we're going to come back to bringing the weight onto that left leg. And then just find your Tadasana, weight onto the left foot. And then we're going to transition to Warrior 3. So bring the arms down, hands at the heart, dropping the shoulders down, and then just transitioning back with control, bringing that right leg back. You want to try and keep the lower back as stable as possible. And step all the way back into your high crescent lunge, maybe bringing the feet a little bit wider on train tracks so the hips can shine forward. And circle the arms around and up. Inhale here. Exhale, open left. Inhale, stretch a little longer. Exhale, exalt. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, open to your Warrior 2 pose here. Bringing the legs a little wider. Front knee over left ankle. Draw the arms away from each other. Good. Inhale here. And exhale, reverse warrior. Keep the legs where they are. Deep bend into the front leg as you breathe in your reverse warrior. Inhale to come back up. And exhale your side angle pose. Parsvottanasana. Breathe here as if you had a wall behind you that you want to lean back into. You can always go deeper than I'm showing here by bringing the left hand down outside the left foot or inside the left foot. Inhale, let's reach back up. And exhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, reach up and back. Inhale here. And exhale, we're going to come into our Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So just perhaps start, especially if this is first time for you, bringing the left hand onto the block. Start to draw the right hip open. You can adjust the front foot. Maybe it's going to be out a little bit more of a diagonal shape to find your balance, and then focus on reaching the arms up, maybe coming off your block. Stay with your steady Ujjayi breath. Feel this golden ball of fire at your core, the strength and power of the sun. One more inhale here. Exhale, stepping all the way to the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach up and back. Exhale to cartwheel, hands to the top of the mat. Inhale here to look forward. Exhale, let's step up. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms to the heart. Second side. Weight comes into the right foot first this time, making your way into your tree pose. Reaching the arms up maybe. If you have a little wobble in your tree, don't worry about that. You can just make your way back in. Again, maybe just picturing this huge ball of sunshine here. Again, tuning in to the energy of this time of year and the energy you feel in your own body. Let's come back into one-legged Tadasana. You can always have a little shake out of the legs. Keep lifting up through the midline of the body and keep the left foot flexed. Inhale. And exhale, palms to the heart. Start to make your way into your warrior three. Any arm position of choice. You can keep as much of a micro bend or even a bigger bend into the standing leg as you need to. And then focus on alignment, reaching the crown of the head forward, the back foot back, belly button to spine, lifting the heart. One more inhale. Exhale, let's step back. Making your way into your high crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale to stay. Exhale, exalted lunge, reaching up and back. Breathe here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, warrior two. Making your way in. Looking over the front fingers. See if you can really focus on that alignment of shoulders over hips. Inhale here. And exhale, keep the legs the same, but reach up and back for reverse warrior. Big side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Your side angle pose, your version. Just look after your back. Keep peeling the left hip open and really feel the energy from the left outer foot shooting through the fingers. Huge long line of energy, deep stretch here. Inhale to reach up and back, straighten the front leg. And exhale, coming back, making your way into your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. You can bring your hand onto the block or maybe try without. Draw the left hip back, reach up, reach down, reach forward, reach back. Feel this in your core. One more inhale. Exhale, step to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach up and back for reverse triangle. Exhale to cartwheel the hands all the way down to the top of the mat. We're going to step back into downward dog. Bringing the feet a little bit wider towards the edges of the mat. Maybe bend the knees and see if you can lift the hips even higher. Straightening and lengthening through the back. Maybe shake the head out. And then see if you can start to straighten the legs. Get the heels a little closer to the mat. Again, let's think about burning anything that we don't need. A big fire. Let's inhale. Lion's breath, stick out the tongue. Again, inhale. And let go. Good. And then from here, bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat, or the inner edges, I should say. Just walk the hands back towards the feet. Let's find a twist, bringing the left hand onto the right leg, peeking under the right shoulder. And then switching sides. And from here, walking the hands up to the top of the mat. See if you can bring the feet a little bit closer together again. And let's find that action of drawing the belly to spine as we hop forward into Yogi Squat Malasana. Sinking the hips down. Focusing on the alignment in your spine, maybe also connecting to your pelvic floor. To the Muladhara lock. And from here, releasing. We're going to come into your Supta Baddha Konasana, or butterfly fold. Maybe massaging the feet on the way. And then just folding over the legs. Letting everything completely relax. And coming back up. From here, you can maybe take a sip of water on the way. We're going to come down to lie on our backs. So just making your way down onto your back. And from here, we're going to come into a bridge pose. So you can walk the feet back in towards you and just reach for the heels with the fingers. And bringing the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. And just squeezing and lifting up the hips. Focus on drawing the inner thighs in towards each other so the knees stay in the same line as the hips. Maybe interlinking the hands underneath the back. Keep breathing here, drawing the tailbone forward. And then releasing everything down onto the mat. And you can just lift up the knees, perhaps lift the head to the knees. And then again, let the head come down, find some little circles in the knees, circling one way and then the other, just giving the lower back a little massage. Good. And it's time now to rest in your Shavasana, corpse pose. So just bring the legs a little bit wider and hip width apart. Take the time to set up so you can feel the spine neutral. Maybe lifting the shoulders up and shrugging them even a little further down the back. And then as soon as you've found a really comfortable Shavasana, allow yourself to be still. So taking a few really deep breaths in and letting go. And then ultimately just letting go of any breath control at all. Following just the natural rhythm of your own breath. Relax all the little muscles in the face. And just a little mini Shavasana. So when you're ready, start to make the breath intentional again, just breathing a little bit more deeply. Any little movements or shapes you want to make in the body. Perhaps a full body stretch, reaching through the fingers and through the toes, stretching everything out. And then allowing yourself to sink back into the mat. Let's take 2 final cleansing breaths. So big inhale and a long exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Good. Rolling onto your right side now. Just lying in a little fetal-like shape.